Math is one of the most prevalent subjects among students to struggle with. A greater proportion of teachers and students are finding math to be more difficult as the years go by. But who performed the first mathematical calculations? Why and how did it happen? Who is that person? What was the gender of that human being? What did that person use? Is it a calculator or a computer? Or maybe the person used a tablet? Let's start by answering some of the mathematics questions and what history says about calculations. What if we say Africa was the first continent to do calculations? What if it's true, and how is it true? Long time ago, before cars, phones, schools, and ships, Africa was using natural things to help them solve everyday's life problems, including reading days and seasons. They used stones as knives or as axes, wood as spears, bows and arrows, fishing gear, skins and bones. The Ishango bone is a fascinating archaeological find. It's a bone tool from the DR Congo region, estimated to be around 18,000 to 22,000 years old. The bone is a tally stick, used for counting and record keeping, and features a series of markings, including 168 marks on one side, organized into groups of 2, 5, and 10, 17 marks on the other side, organized into groups of 2 and 3, tally marks, which were likely used for counting basic arithmetic operations like addition and subtraction, prime numbers and geometric progressions. The Ishango bone is significant because it suggests that early humans had a basic understanding of arithmetic and mathematical concepts, such as counting and basic addition, recognition of prime numbers and patterns, possibly even basic algebra and geometry. The Ishango bone is considered one of the oldest known examples of a mathematical tool and has sparked debate about the origins of mathematics and the sophistication of ancient cultures. The significance of the Ishango bone lies in its suggestion that early humans had a sophisticated understanding of mathematics, much earlier than previously thought. It challenges our conventional beliefs about the development of math and highlights the ingenuity and problem-solving skills of our ancient ancestors. The Ishango was to be the only evidence until the second evidence came to light. This is the second indication which is found in Africa. The Lubombo bone is a bone tool made of a baboon fibula with incised markings, discovered in Border Cave in the Lubombo Mountains, located between South Africa and Eswatini. The bone is between 43,000 and 42,000 years old, according to 24 radiocarbon datings. This is far older than the Ishango bone, with which it is sometimes confused. Other notched bones are 80,000 years old, but it is unclear if the notches are merely decorative or if they bear a functional meaning. The Lubombo bone's 29 notches suggest it may have been used as a lunar phase counter, in which case African women may have been the first mathematicians, because keeping track of menstrual cycles requires a lunar calendar. However, the bone is broken at one end, so the 29 notches may or may not be the total number. In the cases of other notched bones, since found globally, there has been no consistent notch tally, many being in the 1-10 range. In addition to that, we recognize the job of Blaise Pascal in between 1642 and 1644, who invented the addition and subtraction calculator. When we go back during the time of Mesopotamia, around 2700 to 2300 BC, people used abacus, such as Sumerian Roman abacus, Swanpan Russian, and Soroban abacus. The first solid-state electronic calculator was created in the early 1960s. Pocket-sized devices became available in the 1970s, especially after the Intel 4004. The first microprocessor was developed by Intel for the Japanese calculator company Bizicom. Modern electronic calculators vary from cheap, giveaway, credit card-sized models to sturdy desktop models with built-in printers. They became popular in the mid-1970s as the incorporation of integrated circuits reduced their size and cost. By the end of that decade, prices had dropped to the point where a basic calculator was affordable to most, and they became common in schools. Speaking about the Ishango bone and the Lubombo bone, as a result, these two pieces of evidence, to the best of our knowledge and understanding of history, precisely illustrate how individuals in the past performed calculations for a variety of purposes and goals. Africa is where mathematics was born. See you in the next episode of Uncovering Chronicles.